we're with Eastern Connecticut men's soccer captains Gavin Neuendorf and Manny Caicedo. The Warriors getting ready in about less than a week, getting ready for their season opener against Babson. Manny, how did, in general terms, how did the preseason go for you guys? Or how is it going? It's still going, obviously.
Well, preseason usually consists of every meal is together as a team, 2 to 3 training sessions a day, and a lot of team building exercises, which helps out later on in the season because our team chemistry is really good.
And before you guys even came in for preseason, Gav, you guys got together. Talk about the trip that you guys were on.
Yeah, we took a trip to Costa Rica about 2 weeks before preseason for a week, so I think that really helped us get a jump start for the season, get fitness up, get team bonding together, so it was a good start to the season.
Is it possible to go into preseason? Well, put it this way. Is it really important that, for the most part, you come into preseason in fairly good condition so that you don't have to spend the whole time? Is your whole preseason just conditioning?
I would say no. Our preseason, especially for this program, our coaches stress to us the importance of being fit and just ready for the season because preseason shouldn't be the time for people to get in shape. That's what the whole summer is for. So when we get here, it's straight into work. It's straight into just working and preparing for that first game.
So he's just sort of expecting you to be ready physically,
Yeah.
and then you can work on the other stuff.
He expects you to do the work in the summer, do the work early, so then we can work on the team stuff, ball work, stuff like that when we have the time together.
I would guess that you get some kind of summer conditioning program?
Yeah.
Or you don't?
Yes, we do. We get a summer conditioning program.
And is it the kind of thing where you have to report the results every day, every week? Or no, it's on
we
your
have
own?
we have pods. The leaders of the team each have a group of 5 or 6 kids, and those kids report and check up on how their fitness is going and how they're doing with the packet, and if they have any questions, they can ask their leader. So it's a good way to keep everybody on task and make sure everybody's doing the fitness.
Well, this year's a little different than last year. Is you got 9 people coming back to camp this year that came back to camp this year, and 8 of them were starters, which was sort of different than 2014. Was there a different feeling because so many people were back and had been starters last year? Is there a different feeling in preseason this year?
Yeah, I think there is because, one, like Gavin mentioned, the preseason trip to Costa Rica, that was really helpful just to get the guys back together. But overall, I think we're all comfortable with each other. We feel, not that we didn't feel almost like a family last year, but this year it's just everyone, what everyone is like from day to day and stuff like that. And I think that really helps you feel comfortable. And we do a good job of making the incoming freshman transfers feel welcome as well, just because they're part of the family now too.
And I think it translates on the field, where people are going to be on the field, and it's almost how they play, and where they want the ball, their strengths, their weaknesses, and you can play to those.
Well, talking about that, about knowing each other, the entire back line is returning this year, but you do have a new goalie. You guys, Manny, maybe just talk about the returning backs and how they are mixing with the new goalie. Again, we have 2 freshman goalies.
Well, I think we're very fortunate to have myself, Gavin, Cooper D'Ambrosio, and Adam Traxler back, but it is unfortunate we lost Greg Walton, but we do have 2 great goalies that have come in and actually fit very well into the program. They're committed, they're working hard every day, and they're ready for whatever comes their way.
Well, it's amazing that last year you guys lost 6 games. They were all 1-0. You only give up 12 goals all year, which is absolutely phenomenal. What is in the works to try and improve the offense a little? It wasn't a good offensive year. It was actually the lowest number of goals ever since Coach DeVito took over. How can you guys improve the productivity? Because the defense is a given. I mean, it's there.
I think we just need to improve our focus in front of goals, because we're definitely getting the chances, we're creating the opportunities, our build-up's good. We just need to put the ball in the net and keep our composure when we're in front of goal. And I think Xavier Doran in the front line playing center forward will definitely help that out. He's confident, he knows his ability, and he can put the ball in the back of the net.
Is there anyone else that might be able to help Xavier? I know you got a couple of people that scored a few goals last year. Who else are you going to be looking at? Are they going to be looking at to score?
I mean, Tyler Jones had a great season
Yeah.
last year, and hopefully he picks up where he left off and can contribute to Zave and Xavier and Doran. And Alex Fazzino is coming back from injury, so that hopefully he can have a great season too. So looking forward to seeing some of those guys. And then there's new incoming freshmen that can contribute up top too. So we should look dangerous up top this year.
You guys have already had 2 scrimmages. You guys want to talk a little bit about what you liked about what you did in those 2 scrimmages and what maybe it showed that you have to work on?
Yeah, I can say our first 2 scrimmages, we moved the ball real well. Back line is very organized, and our new goalies seem to fit very well with us. I think what we can improve on is just being hungry for goals. We kept the ball very well with both teams, and we kept constant pressure. But I think just the desire of wanting to score could be up a little bit more, because we do have the talent and we do have the men to do it. It's just actually doing it, which I think we will be able to do all season.
What did you see, Gavin, in those first 2 scrimmages?
I think we played very well. Like Manny said, we had possession of the ball well. We created opportunities. I think we just need to put the ball in the back of the net, and I think once we get people scoring, everybody else will jump on board and the goals will come.
Well, the thing that's always been the trademark of Eastern under Coach DeVito is the fact that you guys are always ready to play, win or lose, and the intensity level is always there, and there's incredible amount of discipline. Is that something that is really pushed on and off the field from the coaching staff?
Yeah, I believe so, just because Coach DeVito and the rest of the coaching staff, they can't stress it enough about how much your actions on and off the field translate to whatever you do on the field. So, for example, our program has never had a lot of cards during the season. I don't think we've had more than 6 in the past couple of years, and that is a really good thing, just because it shows that no one's mouthing off to the ref, no one is committing stupid fouls, just because our coach has this discipline to just play on, control what you can't control, and don't worry about what the ref does or what the other team does. Just play your game.
Do you agree with that, Gavin? The fact that discipline has really been on the field discipline has really been a trademark of the program since you've been here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it shows. We very often win games in the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, because we keep our focus when the game gets hectic, and when there's adversity, we keep our heads and we overcome it. Whereas a lot of teams, they'll lose focus, argue with each other, and do stuff like that. But I think Coach puts a lot of emphasis on staying together, moving on to the next play, and just keeping your focus.
Well, you guys last year you guys were 9-6-4. It's the first time under Coach DeVito that they haven't won at least 10 games. And a lot of people would think if you said our record was 9-6, and they would say, "Hey, that's a pretty good year." But considering the standards that have been set under Coach DeVito, was that a disappointment for the players?
I think it was a disappointment, and maybe some players didn't realize it as soon as the older guys. For example, myself, Gavin, Cooper D'Ambrosio, and a couple of people that have been here since 2013. Those guys, we know what it takes, and we've kind of seen what it takes. And I know some of the freshmen last year didn't really realize it, just because they haven't been in the program as long. But I think now everyone knows that it was a disappointment. We can do better, because we could have done better, and that's what I think is really going to separate us from last season, because we're hungry. We want to do well, and we know we can do well.
Well, Gav, for the first time in the last 7 years, Eastern was not ranked number 1 in the preseason Little East poll. And I guess you could look at that as a good thing or a bad thing, correct? Not being number 1.
I mean, the preseason poll doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it's just a poll, so I think it puts a little chip on our shoulder and takes a little target off our back. So I think we'll be fine, and I think it makes us hungry for the title.
Any particular goals? Are the goals the same every year for you guys? In terms of winning the conference, going to the NCAA, is it pretty much standard? These are the goals, and this is what we want to reach?
I mean, I think every year we expect that we're going to win the LEC championship, and that's something we have as a goal. that's something we want to do every year, and we want to make the NCAA tournament every year, and every year we want to go further and further in the tournament.
Well, man, is there any particular game this year that maybe you have notched on, the guys have notched on their calendar for an extra special game? You know what I mean? A more important game, an incentive game for you guys this year?
I think the two games that we always just look forward to, Keene being our rival, I think that's a very big game, and UMass Boston as well, just so much as to what happened last year, us losing against them, that was a very big deal. And I think the way our season's starting out and just how our season is overall, we have a very high caliber schedule, and I think that's amazing just because that's preparing us for the NCAA tournament. Us playing teams at such caliber will have us ready for anyone we have to play in the tournament.
Well, Eastern opens up on September 1st. They're going to host Babson College, which was the number 3 team in New England in last year's final poll. That'll be a 4:30 game at Thomas Nevers Field. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me. Good luck this year.
Thank you.